This is Red Square in the middle of February 2019, and here you see they have their holiday setup going on. On the left there is the Goom Mall, and they sponsor this fair or this carnival for kids, as well as a massive skating rink that is kind of hard to see because it's a little bit higher up level from the street. This is early in the daytime, probably around 1 o'clock or so. Not many people around here yet, but still a good amount. All kinds of things here, like this bear skin. I don't know who's gonna buy that or wear that, but I don't know, maybe Putin will or something. So this is what it looks like, all kinds of little booths and little rides for kids. There's also food being sold and gifts and all kinds of things that you can buy here. So it's pretty cool to see, especially smack dab in the middle of Red Square. One thing I notice about this little fair they got going on here is that how different it looks from some of the carnivals you see in the US. For instance, this merry-go-round. Look how intricate and ornate, and everything is painted so nice. All the lights work. Each horse looks completely different from the other. I mean, it looks like something you see 100 years ago. If you go to a carnival in the US, you'll be lucky to get just a single color painted horse or something that looks really generic. The rides look generic. The booths look generic. They're just some kind of trailer, whereas these look like little houses or something, like something out of Hansel and Gretel. That's kind of the vibe here, and it's pretty cool to see that. Apparently, this cartoon here, these two cartoon characters are really famous, because somebody I was with said that it was their favorite as well. So I don't recognize them, but in Russia, those are really famous cartoon characters, I guess. So there's also food over here that they're grilling on this big monstrous grill. I don't know how that works, but it looks pretty interesting. So they're cooking everything from, I don't know, just hot dogs, maybe some chicken, I don't know, some kind of balls of meat or something. I don't know, but looks pretty good. But right now, I mean, this is 1 o'clock or so in the afternoon. There's not a lot of people here. It gets more crowded at night, so we'll see that later on when more people come, I guess, for the actual ice skating as well. And to the left, you see that big long building is the Goom Mall. And the Goom Mall started out as a communist government run. Uh, I'm not sure if it was communist in the beginning, but I mean, it was a government run store for most of its existence. It was called the State Universal Store, and now they changed it to the Main Universal Store. So it still stands for GUM, G-U-M. And it's been around since something like 1893, but burned down one time and around in the early 1800s, and so was rebuilt. And weird thing is that at one time, when Stalin's wife committed suicide, they had her being shown inside the Goom Mall. They displayed her body for a while. So it's a little weird to think of. On the one side, on the left, you got Stalin's wife's body being shown in Goom Mall, and on the right hand side, directly across, you got Lenin's tomb. And in the middle, you got this Christmas fair going on. And if you haven't seen the Goom Mall, I did a short video. I'll probably post that soon. But inside, it's anything but a government-run store. I mean, this thing has all the high-end stores you can think of: Prada, Chanel, all kinds of high-end luxury goods. And there are thousands of Asians coming through there snapping up stuff. So they really like the luxury stuff. There's a lot of Asians in there, so much so that a lot of the holiday signs and stuff are in Chinese inside the mall. This is later in the day, around 5 o'clock. You see there's more people here. This swing ride is filled with a bunch of happy kids. And there's a lot of people here now. Everybody taking their little videos or selfies or whatever. It's probably around 5 o'clock. The sun's going to be heading down in a little while, I would guess. And this is what Red Square looks like in February. So people just walking around. A lot of tourists still. I'm pretty surprised. I came here in the summer, and obviously, yeah, there was a lot of tourists. I didn't think there would be that many in the middle of the winter, but I'm pretty surprised that there really are a good amount of tourists. Still plenty of people from Asia, so people from all over the world, really. And it's a pretty nice scene. You see the Goom Wall on the right, and it has its lights on, its Christmas lights. So as it gets darker, it just has a nicer look to it, along with this fair with the merry-go-round and the swings and everything. Coming up ahead is where the ice skating rink is. It's a little farther up, but where you see that white building over here. And I didn't even realize it was an ice skating rink until somebody told me. So I looked it up and found a nicer picture of it, and I'll post it of what it looks like from above, because you really can't get an idea of how big this thing is just by walking next to it, because it's higher up off the street. So here's a picture of what it looks like from up above, and I guess at night. I got this picture off of the Goom website about the ice skating rink. So looks pretty amazing, especially from high up and at night. I think it's got to be one of the best times to visit Red Square, I would say, in the winter when this ice skating rink is up during Christmas time with the snow. Ice skating and seeing the backdrop of the church and the rest of Red Square. Pretty amazing, I would say. A very good memory to have, I would think. So you see all this on the right is ice skating rink. So it's pretty long. I don't know how to ice skate, otherwise I think I would have given it a shot just to say that I did it for a little while. Maybe I still might. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and give it a try. Who knows? I tried to get a little video of the people ice skating, but all you could really see is probably the tops of their heads. So it's a good 5 or 6 feet higher than the level of the street. So anyway, this is what it looks like, and the sun's looks to be starting to set now, and so everything is lit up, as you'll see at the walkway that's coming up on the right. I think it's called Nikolaskaya. That's where there are a lot of cafes, restaurants, and things for tourists to come check out and walk through. There's also a lot of people playing music or doing all kinds of things for the tourists, including a lot of imitators, which I have a story about, but maybe I'll save it for another time. There's Putin imitators, Stalin imitators, Lenin imitators that you could take pictures with, and also Russians dressed in, I guess, historical Russian gear, almost looking like a czar or a princess type clothing that you can take pictures with. So there's the walkway ahead and GUM next to it. The entrance to GUM is right there on the walkway, and the walkway has these nice lights that are over your head that look like suspended ice crystals. So it looks better the darker it gets. I'm going to head over to the left now through the gate to go to the metro. And through the gate, you'll see there's this thing, some kind of lucky wishing well type thing. You stand in the center of this square and you toss a coin over your shoulder, and it's some kind of good luck. I don't know what, but anyway, that's my video of Red Square. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, and keep a lookout for my next videos coming up. Thanks for watching.